Well, hello, my name is Ibitayo, and my topic is video game addiction and how it is not always a negative, which I know is a very controversial idea. And that is exactly why I'm going to first state the negatives that you might already know. So, first of all, you might know that one possible video game symptom is obesity. According to the US Department of Health and Education, 20% of children under the age of 12 are obese, and this has been strongly attributed to gaming. Next, there are also some other physical symptoms that can go along with video game addiction. Insomnia, slouch, you can have like a failure to attend to personal hygiene. There are several physical symptoms, and there are also some other symptoms that go along, such as bad grades. If you don't have enough time to study and you're spending all your time gaming, then your grades tend to not look very good. However, there is potential in video games, and I'm going to provide a couple of examples. Well, back in 1989, there was Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing. And that was earlier on when not that many people knew how to type very well. And this was a quite effective way of teaching them how to type. And they actually incorporated using a video game to teach people how to type, which was very fascinating and effective. After that, they had mouse practice, which came out in 1992. And as you can guess, it taught people how to use a mouse, how to click and drag, move it left and right, because apparently some people did not know how to do that very well at the time. And then after that, in like 2008, they came up with a game called Launchball, which has won several awards and has been very prestigious. And the fascinating thing about Launchball is that while you're playing the game, it's not only teaching you physics concepts, it's also quite entertaining, because I played it for a little while and that was actually fascinating. And then also at the very end of each level, they have a little segment with a piece of interesting facts that will actually help to educate you. And so this basically stems along from the fact that if video games were productive, if they were beneficial, then several hours spent playing them would not be such a negative. Now next, I will be saying, what can you people out there do to help with video game addiction? Well, there is a competition called the National STEM Video Game Challenge, which a few years ago, Barack Obama announced an initiative to start this challenge. And STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, is a very important area in our nation, because we're supposed to be a nation of innovation, growth, progress. And so he created this initiative that combined both video games and science, technology, education, and mathematics. And it was basically that it was a competition calling the entire nation to create video games that were not only good graphics, good ideas, creative concept, but were also educational. And this has actually gotten a large amount of people who are interested in participating, and it actually turned out that he offered incentives for people who could compete in this. Well, in the collegiate category alone, there is a $10,000 cash prize for anyone who enters into this competition. And the great thing about it is that if you do participate in this, you can create a game that can be fascinating for kids between any age, between kindergarten to senior high school, and that they will not only be able to play a game for several hours a week, it has a potential that they could play that game and yet get the benefits of maybe reading a book or studying, and yet they'd be enjoying themselves and having large deals of fun. And so this was basically my idea, and I'd like to say thank you for your time, and the end.